People have been asking me, hey Ava, have you decided on a paint scheme yet? Well, actually, I already did decide on a paint scheme because, well, I've actually got two of them. And the reason I chose this paint scheme is because, well, if you look closely at it, it's actually really, basically the Reborn's Gundam predates the movie versions. And so I was like, this paint color scheme I've come up with for the movie versions, why don't I just, do that, but say that Ribbons came up with it first? So that's my excuse. Yay. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to burn this out and then going to combine it because I don't, I don't do tag and grid. Well, I don't do tag, but like for example, I mean I've got here's my battleships. Okay, we just had an event by the way, and I got a free was it Kusanagi? Kusanagi. I can never say that right. I'm sorry. So I just got a free one of these. I haven't even equipped it yet, but yeah, so I actually do have a few best. By the way, there's the V2 Buster right there. So I couldn't remember which one it was on. It's on this ship, and it's with my heavy arms custom. Anyways, so yeah, I actually do have battleships, and I actually do use them. But yeah, this one, like, I needed the Ptolemaios because I actually like this one, but I'm just not satisfied with what's going on. But continuity, I won't ruin it. So anyways, yeah, battleships. But we had an actual honest to god mission event this time. You have to collect the Haikushiki clay bazooka. Let's see, I already had that for quite a while. Right there. Which is ironic because I got this for the very S rank that I'm going to be talking about here. But we'll get to that in a moment. You have to play boss match 10 times. Doesn't say you have to beat it, it just says you have to play it. I played it in a C rank, and I just walked forward and pulled the trigger. Like I literally didn't give a shit. I've had a terrible day here in PvP because let's see, where is it? This is what I used because I could. I had the radar. That's how I was supporting, and then I had a booster extension, which was actually helpful for a change. Because by the way, despite the fact that it's a C rank, it's classified as long range. Yet I'm pretty certain that none of the weapons on here are classified as long range, and yet here it is. It's a long range attack type. I think Softmax needs to reclassify every single unit in the game and get rid of that close, medium, long range because it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't make sense. It's a leftover from paper, rock, scissors. They need to clean house. They need to do every single unit from the newest ones that have just come out, S's, SRs, whatever, to the earliest C ranks. And they needed to like the capsule room. I think OG Planet. I'm so used to bitching at OG Planet for stuff that sometimes I get it confused with Soft, or sometimes I say OG Planet when I mean to say Softmax. So like every single unit, like all the way back here to the good old days, needs to be reclassified. This paper rock scissors doesn't work because there's an awful lot of long range units out there which actually don't have any long range weapons on them, and yet for whatever reason they don't have. Okay. Like right here for, well, no, actually that's long range. Let me find one. Close range. Yeah, here's one. Cubolate Papillon. Papillion? I keep wanting to put an extra I in there, but whatever. Close range, that actually makes sense. I actually don't like this because whether you're in the standard mode or the alternate mode, the problem I've got is when you throw funnels, when you throw those remotes, rather than doing the usual thing of switching to the next weapon available, it switches to the melee. So, because my lag in SDGO, which is infamous, by the way, because it's so poor, I have to spam it, and it takes me about 10 seconds to throw those funnels. But I watch other people's videos, and bam, they're out like that, all six immediately. So, like ZBS, MCA, Slipstream, I just heard that phrase today. I've never heard of Slipstream. Does Slipstream count in SDGO? I don't know. Like I said, I've just heard of it today for the first time ever. Ava, what's wrong with you? But yeah, anyways, so I'm spamming the remotes to get them out as fast as possible. And oh, look, it's just going to switch to the next available weapon, which is the melee, which is going to make me dash, which is going to put me out of position. And, I really don't want to do that. Beyond that, I like using this. So, okay, Cubolate Papillon. Sniper K9, I love the beam guns on here. These pistols are amazing. Now, there are some other amazing pistols around here, and it just so happens to belong to the camp for amazing, which I was looking forward to because it's a paper with the sniper skill, okay, whatever, but it's a paper with booster extension, which is very, 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 very awesome. This thing lives up to its name. It is amazing, and these pistols are amazing. It even says it in the name. The combat knife, that's amazing too. Even though it carries two of them, it should say combat knives as opposed to knife. Just saying. OG, I can't blame OG Planet for that one. Amazing rifle, whatever. Amazing long rifle, whatever. But oh my god, these pistols and the sound they make. Brand new sound in SDGO for firing action. I've never heard that sound before. That's amazing. GM Sniper K9. It's okay. What else did I get? I don't know why I'm doing this now, but I'm going to do it. Oh, yeah. I'm disappointed with this. I'd much rather use the regular guy. I got no love for this thing. And by the way, I think I got two of them. Yeah, I got two of them. And I comboed them immediately. Like, I'm never going to use this. I'm going to burn it out. It's going to sit there and whatever. Because it's got Vulcan guns, which I don't like. So, just no. What else? Oh yeah, I got this. I hate it when a unit, and I don't care which unit it is, it says reload up, and even if it gets the reload up, it does nothing for the actual reload rates. I run the reload rate on this thing is awful, but you know what happens when you get this first skill up? The reload rate is still awful. The beam rifle doesn't change, the homing missiles don't change. And this doesn't help either. Reload. Look, the reload on this is so bad, it needs a double reload up. Are you kidding me? That's terrible. Don't care. I'm going to burn them out. Was that it? Yeah, that was it. Oh yeah, and then the other mission event, you had to clear battleships of gunfire 2 times on hard. That's not too difficult. You get knocked down a lot, but, whatever. And then clear the winds of Jaburo 2 times on hard difficulty. I died multiple times in that match, in that map, because anti-flinch units are not immune to flinch, and they have a tendency to get knocked down really easily because they've got multiple sniping units on it. So my PvP also, by the way, today is just burn OGP, just burn. You've had 3.25 years to fix your servers. I've given you more than $100, way more. I haven't spent $1,000, although I spent quite a bit. I spent quite a bit of money. What are you doing with my money? Clearly, you're not fixing the problems that need to be fixed. And no, I do have other things. I do have other programs turned off. And no, it's not my internet service provider. And no, it's not my computer. It's your server, and you know how I know this? Simple. Other people are complaining about it. So I did this silly mission event, and I got myself a Delta Gundam. I debated getting it. I actually sorry, like that was the only reason I had that Hayakishiki clay bazooka. That's the only reason I have it, is so I could make this. I started collecting the stuff for it, but then once I saw it, just kind of meh. It's got an eye field. Well, it says beam coating, but it's an eye field. Like, don't call it a beam coating. It's an eye field. Okay. Booster capacity and recovery, which is, well, it's a close range unit, so why? Movement speed and dash speed. Okay. Agility with higher chance to deal extra melee damage when HP is 80% or below. Okay, so okay. And by the way, Vulcan guns. So that's a good reason for me not to get it. And then it's got a beam rifle, and it's got a knockdown beam rifle, and beam spec. So just meh. I changed my mind. I hung on to the Haikishiki Clay Bazooka on the off chance I might need something, or on the off chance I actually did something interesting with this. I'm about as uninterested in this as what's another S rank I ran recently? A Haikishiki Custom. It's just kind of meh. Don't care. you know. So, Delta Gundam. If I call it the Hayakishiki Gundam, I apologize because, well, it is the Hayakishiki, let's be honest. So, okay, here we go, Delta Gundam. Oh, look, a punching bag. I think you all know this guy, Maxzilla96. Say hello to the world again.
Hello.
Okay, here we go. Did some weird little triple swing in there, so it did knock you over after 5 hits. Gotta do it over. Just did it again. God, this has been my day for server lag, I'll tell you. I am recording, by the way, Max.
Yeah, it's just weird glitches all over the place.
Boy, I just... burn OGP. Alright, let's try this again. There we go, there's your 5 hits.
Seemed to work that time.
Yeah, it worked that time. Oh, it's a combo with a knockdown. I didn't see. Did that have an effect on... Did that have an effect on it? Shows how much I was paying attention.
I don't think so.
So it's just a combo. If it says slow, I'm going to be a little... Okay, I'm going to pay attention this time. Oh, it's just a slow.
Still, it does decent damage.
Let's check the range on these things. Oh, good, they're actual machine guns. So, in other words, they say they're Vulcan guns, but in fact they're machine gun range.
Nice.
Wow, that's not bad. That's what, 12 shots? Ava, you really got to pay attention. I know, but it's late. I think that's 14 shots. Captions, what do you think?
I counted. I think that's actually 12.
12 shots? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 8. 12 shots. Okay, shows how much I know.
Oh, man, there it hit.
I'm gonna melee you, I'm gonna melee you, I'm gonna pull an X you, I'm gonna kick you, and then I'm gonna melee you some more.
Not bad.
Okay, and this mode, which I'll be honest, like Delta Plus looks nice and all, but I come on, boost, thank you. No, that's not. No, they're pretty similar. Well, they should be, you know, because one was inspired by the other. So, anyways, I'm guessing this is just a common beam rifle. Eight shots with... that's about an average beam rifle, but it's a double shot, so whatever. And I'm guessing this is a knockdown. Nope. Five shots, so 4 shots, 5 with patience. It's actually kind of meh. You could almost switch back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
Just do it freedom meteor
And
style.
it seems like they're putting out decent damage between the both of them.
Yeah, it was what, 7 hits to kill, so... I need a little more, so... I need more, Max. Yeah, staggering them might help a bit. And then I want you to have full HP when I throw the spec at you. Not gonna have time to do mobility.
Spec will be cool like the last one.
Probably not.
Oh, and it's a beam spec. Boo hiss, boo hiss.
Yeah. It took about half the HP, a little over half the HP of an A rank. So yeah. So there's your weapons, and mobility will be in the next part right about now. And now for Max to get his revenge for me beating the crap out of him. Freedom High Mat, don't care. Meh. Max, you want Freedom High Mat?
Could be a cool unit. I mean, it looks like a decent improvement over the original Freedom, but I mean, I don't care. I mean, if I get the unit, great. If I don't get the unit, no skin off my back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad boost.
Oh, this one goes a little longer. Just a little. Let's see, what's the difference?
Yep,
It's going to be like a hair's difference or something. Oh gosh, it almost goes to the corner. Okay, that's a big difference. Which means this will probably go for a little longer. Yep. Well, it's not a... I want to say this is a close range unit, just because it's got double melee on it. That means it's gonna... Can't really combo with this, but... I like the fact that it's got that longer range on here. I was expecting actual Vulcan guns. Maybe should have paid attention in class a little more, huh?
Yeah, I like that a lot about the Delta Gundam. They compensate for it not having a beam rifle in mobile suit mode by giving it those medium-range machine guns.
Range. Alright, Max, do your worst. Wow, that's surprisingly resistant. Ah! Critical hit.
Grab out.
Grab metal. What do the pistols do? Are those ballistic or are they beams?
They should be ballistic.
Yeah, those are ballistic. They're going right through me. By the way, I should mention I love the sound of those pistols on the Camper Amazing. That's just So
these pistols are banging.
Okay then. So it looks like the beam defense actually does make a difference. Can you hit me with those beams again? Those are not beams. Thank you. Yeah, it's taken a really long time for you to do anything to me. So the knockdown, whatever. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. By the way, I love the fact that I triggered it. We were kind of sitting there, kind of exchanging bodily fluids, and then the spec actually activated. Just OG Planet server. Just.
Yep. Nothing but the best.
Yeah, subliminally. Max, your opinion.
My opinion, I like it, to be honest. It's better than I expected it to be. I don't think it's a great unit, but honestly I don't really see anything wrong with it. It's just sort of average.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason I turned it down. It's just kind of meh. It just does some stuff and it shoots and that's it. Yeah, I still ended. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I still ended up using a lot of ammo on Weapon 2 in here, so I'm not. Because I'm not stunning you, it's just kind of a long-range shot, and that's it. And it barely did any damage to you, too. So yeah, don't hate it, don't love it. I'll keep it, because, hey, I got it for free and win it. And I was already kind of planning on getting it, so... No. So, I'm tired. It's late. So I still gotta do the, what's that thing called? The, yeah, 12 shots did that much. Melee. Just kidding. Thanks for the help, Max.
No problem.
So that makes this a Shooty Rock, which is actually one of my preferred units. Um, I don't know about the combo. It's like it's a slow. It's like, yeah, I don't understand putting a slow on melee. Like, slow them down so you can get to them with melee. That's kind of been my feeling on it. But for whatever reason, it's a slow after you hit them with melee, which doesn't make a lot of sense because at once you hit them with it, they've already become knocked down. And by the time they stand up, guess what? The slow is already worn off. So I don't quite see the point in, like, maybe you know something, Max, but like, I don't see the point of putting a slow on the melee weapon itself. Like, shooting, yes, but a melee weapon having a slow, that doesn't make sense. Give me a control shock or a boost down or, anything else like that. But just slow? Eh.
I honestly don't understand the purpose of having a slow either. I mean, the perfect strike does it right by having its homing boomerang give a slow effect, which gives you time to catch up to the opponent.
Yeah, and I agree with that position. Um, I don't think it really matters if I buff the long range on it. That seemed okay. Damage on both of them seemed fine. It's the typical 7 or 8 shots to kill an A rank, so that didn't bother me. It runs out of ammo quickly, but it doesn't really seem to do anything particularly special. So maybe an attack up, do an attack type, a generic attack up, and it's already a former rock, so I don't have to worry about mobility. Um, what are you thinking right now?
I think probably, I don't know, maybe I'd give it an attack up just for its beam weaponry and mobile and Wave Rider mode.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they are powerful, yes, but they could be more powerful.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling that too.
Then the rest of it, I'd probably either just put into mobility or defense.
Well, I can only do one of those, And mobility seemed fine to me. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, mobility seemed fine. Boost duration was good, speed was good. How long it stayed up in the air was fine enough. So that doesn't bother me so much. Really, it's the reload in the Wave Rider mode, and that's kind of really the only thing I'm worried about. So what I might do is extra 500 HP, long range reload, and then attack up, I guess.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, because cooldown didn't really seem to be an issue in any of the weapons, so it's just kind of generic one size fits all meh kind of unit. Like it has, like it's got nice beam it's not beam proof, but it has good beam resistance. Except when you knock it down, then you could actually see the damage on it. But I mean, beyond that, it's just kind of meh. It's okay. Maybe sure what's in balance type. Oh,
It might do good in balance type.
well, they've got a new skill here. Actually, I haven't looked at this balance type here. Unit attack power is increased by 3 points. 3 points, not 3%, 3 points. Unit defense is increased by 3 points. Dash speed increased by 18 points. Movement speed increased by 10. I don't get it. Alright. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm too tired to care at this point. So, yeah. Probably just generic, like, maybe it's because I'm tired and I don't know, but I'm just not feeling there's anything particularly wrong with it. Ordinarily, I would say, so either do an attack up of some kind to. I mean, it did feel a little weak in the attack. Like, all of its weapons felt a little weak. But if you want to be standoffish, shooty rock, then, do the typical defense build that I always recommend. HP by 500, defense up, and that, and then, something else. Any objections to a defensive build?
No, none to me.
Okay. And because it's kind of meh, I'm not going to combine. What do the skills do? Increased booster capacity and recovery. Yeah, like it didn't already have that. Movement speed, dash speed, agility, and higher chance to deal extra melee damage when HP is 80% or below. So it looks like this gets powerful right when it reaches 80%, which is not bad. And then it's got the beam coating, which was noticeable. Okay,
Yeah, that was
stickers.
definitely noticeable.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you can hardly see any of those in the Wave Rider mode. One on the boob, one under the wing, and one under the... So in other words, the only sticker you're going to see is going to be to the right of the cockpit when it's in Wave Rider mode. That's kind of dumb. But nature of the beast, I suppose. You will be able to see them fairly well in the... Well, if you look at the back of the shield, you'll be able to see one of them. But, I'm guessing that's the... Yep. And then that's the black bits. Actually, I'm going to go with a different color so you guys can see it. 1, 2... Oh, that's interesting. That's the red bits. It's all the other yellow bits. And then... Oh, wow, so there's actually 3 slots you can change the...
Something actually cool about this unit?
Well, just the way you can color it, it's actually a bit of variety to the, you can actually color, the gold areas actually get colored in 3 different slots, which is unusual. You usually don't do that. You can actually turn the whole thing gold if you want to. What's this? Khaki 4.
That's cool.
What is khaki 4? Ew. It's kind of a snot green color. What the hell?
I actually used that camo for my, what is it, for my desert paint job that I put on mobile suits.
Khaki 4?
Yeah, I believe so.
I use khaki 3, which is a green, but this is just kind of... Yeah, it's like baby poo green. It's kind of that color.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Maybe that isn't the one.
And by the way, I got that with the event that gave me the Delta Gundam. So yeah. I might actually have to give this some consideration. Might actually be able to play around with this a little bit. I'm tired enough. I don't care. All right, so it's not bad. It's just meh. That's pretty much how how it's coming across to me. Any final thoughts, Skywarp?
Why'd you call me Skywarp?
Because why not? Oh, dude, I should try and color this thing like Skywarp, see what happens. Alright, you win. Any final thoughts, Maxzilla?
Alright, final thoughts. Honestly, like Ava said, it's just average from what it sounds like and what it looked like. I do kind of like how the spec looks, but I mean, there's so many specs where the dude's just dashing around all over the place, slashing the shit out of you. That's like, okay, whatever. But it has room for improvement in the hands of the right player, and with good defense skills on it, I think it could be a pretty decent unit out there. But I don't expect to see a lot of them floating around past this event.
Yeah, and by the way, the Delta Gundam's already been out for quite some time on our server, so it's actually been out for a number of months here. So, yeah, I mean that this much like the Quinn Method that I just recently reviewed. Actually, I think it was. Oh, there it is, right there. It's probably within the last 3 months we got Delta Gundam. So, honestly, I don't really think it's worth the amount of trouble you have to go through because, well, Full Armor Gundam Full Armor Gundam Mark II. That's a pain in the ass to get. Rizal Commander.
Yeah.
Rizal Commander can be a good unit to have. Hayakashiki clay bazooka. I'm not a dumbfire fan, so but you don't see the. Okay, I can't. You know, Haikashiki. You actually the Haikashiki clay bazooka. You actually have to build that one, and then there's the Delta Plus, which the only way you can get it. And please correct me if I'm wrong, Max. But I think the only way you can get the Delta Plus is through Gashapon, or no, not Gashapon, Capsule Machine. Isn't that right?
I think I think it used to be that you had to get the Delta, or that you can only now get the Delta Plus through Capsule Machine. I think I
Yeah.
got mine through
Yeah.
Gashapon, if I remember, because I think it came out in Gashapon like a long while ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where it was. I don't think it's not an AR, but it was fairly expensive to try and get that one.
You know, honestly, the
Here it
only
is.
big
Here it is. Machine
reason
66.
to alright. Honestly, in my opinion, the only big reason to get the Delta Plus, or not the Delta Plus, the Delta Gundam, is so you can have a complete Delta set.
Yeah, yeah. Because Delta Gundam was never. Not only was it not animated, but I want to say it was like concepts, like the characters talked about it in whatever MSV exists out there. So like it never even went into battle. It was a concept. It was something they might do with it, but they kind of scaled it down and made the Delta Plus instead, which was seen in Unicorn prominently. So I mean, but in terms of a unit, an S rank in SDGO, it's just kind of meh. It does some stuff and it does some other stuff, and oh by the way, it uh, has a beam shield on it.
Actually, I don't know, what is it? I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that the Delta Gundam was the prototype for the Hyakushiki. And the Hyakushiki was meant to transform, but at the time they couldn't get the formula for the armor right, and the Gundam would just be or the mobile suit would just be too fragile if it transformed, so they decided just to keep it fixed posed instead of having it turn to a wave rider.
Well, wasn't the Delta Gundam? Let's see, what's the how do I where's the I
Because the
don't
Hyakushiki was part of the Delta project, and the Delta Gundam I think was the first planned prototype out of that project, but they scrapped it.
Yeah, well, it says Anaheim Electronics, so I can't really tell which. I mean, it's definitely Zeta MSV. There's no doubt there. But so, but yeah, I agree with that. But I think the Delta Gundam would have come after Zeta Gundam. Like they saw how successful the Zeta Gundam was, and keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we're just kind of reading off the top of our heads what the whatever Gundam trivia there is. But I think what happened is they saw the success of the Zeta Gundam, so they kind of revisited the Hayakishiki concept where it could actually transform, and they came up with the Delta Gundam. Like it wouldn't have worked at first, so they experimented with the Mythos. Mythos was actually the one that was where they prototyped the transformation, but it was the Haikashiki where they prototyped the beam deflection or beam absorption shielding or whatever it is. But anyways, I think we're
Yeah.
getting a little off topic here, and my mind is starting to turn to clay. So Max, in your opinion, it's just kind of a meh S rank.
Yeah, it's a meh S rank, and the only big draw is so you can have a complete Delta collection.
Mm-hmm. Or if you just like units that are colored gold because Char piloted a gold. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I could think of. It's just meh. It's nothing inspired. It's nothing particularly special. All right, you got the opinions of two people here. Maxzilla96, thank you again, once again. And this is AV Unit 4A saying, thanks for tuning in.